Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to another episode of my recreating the NBA history. If you missed last episode, go and check it out because we simulated through the 1983-1984 NBA season. I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but for any of you NBA fans, you'll know that it is an important era because it is truly Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson in a pursuit for championships. But at the end of the season, Michael Jordan joined the league and got drafted. Unlike real life, though, Larry Bird or Magic Johnson did not win the championship. Spoiler, but like I said, go and check it out. It actually was the Philadelphia 76ers who won the series first NBA title in the simulation. But more interestingly, Chicago Bulls had the first pick of the draft and they decided to go with Akeem Olajuwon instead of Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan has now drafted to the Portland Trail Blazers. So it's going to be interesting to see, can he get his six championship rings in the simulation, or is he destined to fail because Chicago Bulls went for someone else? But Chicago Bulls, they might regret that now. Obviously, they don't have the greatest of all time. But anyway, we are in the 1984-85 season, and we are going to get straight through it. So, like I have already pointed out, Olajuwon is at the Chicago Bulls, and if we go to the Trailblazers, Michael Jordan is now there. So, without further ado, we are going to get through it and simulate the regular season like we did last episode. I think this is a brilliant idea because I am recreating the history, and it's so interesting. But because things are changing, because it is a simulation from the point of 1983, anything can change. So, like, we are rewriting history. We are not going to do the trade deadline and whatnot, and we are. I'm very excited for this because I want to see how Michael does in his first season in the NBA. I want to see how Olajuwon does at the Bulls. Who is going to get Rookie of the Year? Who's going to get MVP? And more importantly, who's going to be NBA champion? Which is interesting because at the moment, the 76ers have won it. So, as we can see, the MVP for this year is Magic Johnson. And because I am stupid, my face cam is now blocking something else important. If we go into this, we should be able to see... so 84-85 season, he averages 22.7 points per game, 12.4 assists, which we can actually see. Rookie of the Year goes to Akeem Olajuwon. It isn't Michael Jordan, who averaged 22.4 points per game for the Bulls, which is very nice. Sixth man is Michael Jordan. In his first season, and what is the he average? He's averaged 23.6 points per game, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Very, very nice. Personality is expressive. He does like to express himself. But this is his first regular season, which is very nice. We've got the defensive player, which is Sidney Moncrief. We've got James Worthy, who has won the most improved player for the Lakers. We've got Brad Nelson, who has won the Coach of the Year. Does it actually say what his record is on this one? Don't really matter too much. And then we've got Executive of the Year in Spencer, whatever his name is. Right, so we advance and we now look at the All-NBA first team. I want to see who this is. The Bullets. It's Jeff Ruffland. But we've got Larry Bird and Michael Johnson in the All-NBA first team. In the second team, I just want to say it's Moses Malone. And we've got Bernard King in there for the Knicks. Third team, we have Dr. J. We've got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And we've got Isaiah Thomas. All defensive team, we've got Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Kareem as well. Oh, yeah, I can just hover over them and it actually says their name. I don't need to actually click on them. Fair enough. And we in the rookie team, we have Olajuwon, we have Michael Jordan, we have John Stockton, who plays for the Washington Bullets. Very nice. So now we get into the playoffs. And as you can see, the Bulls were the 8th seed. We actually look at the standings for the season. So in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics once again are the top seed. We've got the current champions, the 76ers, in here. I actually want to see something. Can we actually see their history? I don't know. Oh, it just says Oh no, that's just the ranking. But that's not too bad. The Knicks make it into the playoffs again, and obviously the Bulls just make it in. Now, if we go into the Western, the Trailblazers with Michael Jordan finished 4th, which is fantastic for them. I actually don't know where they finished in the season before, but it doesn't really matter. The Lakers 76-6 in the regular season is absolutely nuts. The other thing that I wanted to check out was season stats, league leaders. So we've got Gervin, who is the highest points per game with 34.8. Then it's Bernard King, Larry Bird down in 6th. We've got some interesting players in there. Highest assist, Magic Johnson yet again. It's really, realistically, it's assists and points that you actually want to know about. But anyway, who has everyone got? We have got the Trailblazers versus Utah Jazz, and we've got, I want to keep an eye on the Chicago Bulls. I also obviously want to keep on New York Knicks because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm also going to be looking for the Lakers, and we are going to also be looking at the Celtics. So what we're going to do is simulate through round. The New York Knicks, unfortunately, have gone out in the first round. The Chicago Bulls are out, so Akeem Olajuwon is out in his first season. New Jersey Nets are out. Seattle Supersonics, Golden State Warriors, Atlanta Hawks, San Antonio Spurs, Utah Jazz, and that is it. So Portland, interesting enough, because obviously we want to keep an eye on the box scores. Michael Jordan, that in game 5, let's start with game 1, 23 points in a loss to the Utah Jazz. Game 2, Michael Jordan only hit 8 points, and Utah Jazz went 2 games up. And then in game 3, Michael Jordan hit only 17 in the 28 minutes, but obviously they've got Drexler on their team. Game 4, Michael Jordan hit 30 to level the series. And then in game 5, come on, Jazz. Michael Jordan hit 29 to send the Trailblazers through, which is very impressive. But now they're up against the first seed and against Magic Johnson in the conference semifinals. So let's simulate round. So the Portland Trail Blazers obviously go out to Magic Johnson, the Lakers. I think that's to be expected. The Milwaukee Bucks are out. So are the Mavericks. So are the current champions, Philadelphia 76ers. They have been knocked out by, where am I looking? Detroit Pistons, who also knocked out the Knicks. We have the Phoenix Suns, who were last year's finalists, against the first seed. So realistically, I'm going to say it's going to be Boston Celtics versus the Lakers, but we will find out. The Celtics are out to the Detroit Pistons. That is huge, and the Phoenix Suns are out. So it is Lakers versus the Pistons. We are going to simulate first game. Lakers take the first game. It's Lakers' second game. It's 2-1 in the series. It's 3-1 in the series. So we are going to go into Simcast for game number 5, and we are going to simulate the game. We are going to put it on fastest for now, and then we are going to see how it runs out. If Lakers are ahead, I will jump in. Let's stop it out. 26 seconds to go. I think I timed that perfectly. We are going to jump in. The Lakers are 16 points ahead. Bloody hell, what is this mess? But it doesn't really matter. 26 seconds. They're just going to be running down the clock. Magic Johnson is going to... what's the point of that violation? Why are you done? Oh, wait, I've just realised. I have just realised that I was in control of them. So that's why there was a... That explains the that explains why they had the violation.
Out to the right wing. Here's the screen. Here's Giles. And he uses the glass.
Nice little basket there, but realistically, all the Lakers are going to do is just run out the clock. Surely in these last few seconds. 5, 4, they are about to become the NBA champions. And it is all over. The Lakers are now the champions, and Magic Johnson has his ring. Absolutely fantastic. And you would have thought he was going to be the finals MVP. The emotion for Magic on the bench. Very nice. Very, very, very nice.
There is a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. Pretty amazing to have.
To be fair, the Lakers were the top seed in the Western Conference. Magic Johnson taking it all in. Absolutely brilliant for the legend that is the Magic. Nice little slow motion there. But it is time. It is time for the Lakers to pick up the NBA trophy. In the second season of this simulation, Magic Johnson has proven that at the moment he is the better MJ. Simple as that. Very nice. Big round of applause for the LA Lakers. Absolutely brilliant. So if we quit out of that, it's going to come up that the LA Lakers are the champions for the 84-85 season. And as expected, Magic Johnson only averaging just over 21 points in the finals, but 13 assists, which is absolutely superb. Right. The things that we have to look at now, one thing I do actually want to look at first is I want to look at... Actually, no, there is actually nothing I want to look... Oh, actually, there is one thing I do want to look at, which I should have done at the start of the episode, and that was the prospects for the draft at the end of the season. And the main one on that list is Patrick Ewing, who does go to the Knicks in real life. Got Karl Malone in there I've heard of, but other than that, there's not really anyone that... Hot Rod Williams, what a name. Anyone that's got the name Hot Rod, you need to look out for. But yeah, Patrick Ewing is the biggest name there. Player retirements. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has called it a day in the NBA, and you would expect that... I don't really care about that. In the Hall of Fame inductees, yeah, Abdul-Jabbar, absolutely brilliant, averaging 26.5 games in his illustrious career. Only 2 All-Stars, which is interesting, and 4 NBA championships, which is absolutely brilliant for him. Right, the draft lottery is where we're going to go next. I don't know what button it is. Skip the lottery. So the Kings have the first pick of the season, meaning that they are most likely to come away with Patrick Ewing. Let's go to the NBA draft. I need to remember what button it is to skip. I think I have to... I can just do it like this. Okay. So drafting now. So the Kings actually picked up Karl Malone, and it's actually the Pacers. The Indiana Pacers have drafted Patrick Ewing, 83 rated, 22 years of age, because I believe he did 1 extra year college, I believe. But anyway, let's now go to advance to next season. Scotty McRae, Julian Guy. Okay, a few like restricted free agents have accepted moves away. Which is very nice. We are going to be using the 1986 draft. You may only bring in 15 players into the regular season, 16 currently. Fix automatically. I assume that's how it's going to roll. But realistically, that's all I need to see, right? But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap things up. Is there a way that I can actually see past winners? Let's have a look. Front office, maybe? League news, league awards, league history. Team history, team records, NBA history. Ah, here we go. Wait. Oh, season awards. Oh, so that's MVP. But past champions here, we can actually see. Oh, interestingly enough, in 82-83, it actually was the Philadelphia 76ers. So they actually made it a two-time champions, which is interesting. But obviously, from this point on, it is part of our simulation, and we get to see the likes of who is the MVP, who was Rookie of the Year, and whatnot, which is very interesting. Sixth Man of the Year, Michael Jordan, and whatnot. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, rating. But until next time.